We're doing this. All right. My first experience with this entire thing of moving from a small city to a big city, it was definitely different. Like that, it was a culture shock. It was night and day. Where I'm from, there's not a lot of people. That first day of school, I'll never forget it because it freaked me out with so many people being in that hallway when I heard the bell go off and everybody goes to their lunches and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a lot of people. And that's how I met the love of my life. I was so shook. I had no clue that the girl that I laid my eyes on would be the woman that I ended up raising 5 kids with. I was experiencing the big city life. Everything was great until you got home. And then me and my father, we really didn't get along. He he was more wanting to be one of the guys than a father, and we ended up bumping heads because of situations like that. I ultimately ended up being kicked out right before I graduated. I refused to be homeless and a high school dropout. But everybody thought I was going to quit high school and everything, and I wanted to prove everybody wrong. So I worked as many times as I could. I slept under the underpass in front of our high school until some friends found me. Then I moved from there to the closet of my girlfriend at the time, who was 16. I lived in her closet for almost a year. You know, we were left unattended. Our parents were parents up until a certain point, and then they stopped being parents. It was one thing to be the boyfriend and do all the boyfriend things, but I'm not really doing my part to save somebody that I cared about, and that was like my first introduction to love. I made sure that her clothes were clean. She ate. You know, we got into it multiple times about her going to school. I learned how to start taking care of myself, and then ended up living in her closet to be saved from the streets. I learned how to take care of somebody else. It taught me patience, especially with my girls. It taught me how to love other people outside of myself. It's like the blueprint to the rest of my life. I had no clue at that time that's what it was going to be, but I cared enough about her to not see her fall. When we tell our story, it might benefit somebody that was in our position.